Today's episode of the Just Keep Swimming podcast is brought to you by Audible. Audible is an online audiobook and podcast service offering over 10,000 books and the ability to listen to your favorite podcasts, including the Just Keep Swimming podcast. I personally use Audible all the time and suggest you take a listen to Intentional Living by John C. Maxwell. In this book, Mr. Maxwell shares a story on how he was able to live a noble and purposeful life and gives you tips and tricks so you can do the same. So please start your 30-day free trial now at www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast, all lowercase. Again, that is www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast. And if you have any more questions or concerns for the Just Keep Swimming podcast, you're always welcome to reach out to us on Facebook or on Instagram at Just Keep Swimming _podcast, or you can email us at jkspodcast702@gmail.com. And with that out the way, let's dive into it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Just Keep Swimming podcast. This is your friend, your boy, your host, Mr. Adrian Jackson, and we back at it again with another great episode for you. And you already know who's with me. It's the man, the myth, the legend. It's Mr. 1-3, dropping the hot beats for the city as always. So please make sure you guys keep up with his latest projects. So I know this right here is going to be our last episode for the year, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. You have made it through majority of 2025. You might have a few days left depending on when you're listening to this. But yeah, just want to say congratulations. You made it through another year. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so glad you guys made it. I know it's been a crazy year, from things you can't control, things you couldn't control, you know, from politics to life to health, wealth. It's been crazy for sure this whole year, you guys. So just want to say clap it up for yourself, pat yourself on the back for making it through another year. But being that we are at the end of the year, one thing I want to go over today is to reflect over the year 2025. So what I did was I came up with about 5 questions for you guys to ask yourself. I'm going to ask them out loud and then answer them, you know, just talking for myself, of course, but, you know, take the information, take the questions and apply them to yourself and just, you know, answer them the best way you can just to help yourself reflect on this amazing year that just passed. So the first question that I have is, what did this year teach you about yourself that you didn't know before? So that right there is a really interesting question for me. For me, I think the answer would be, I didn't know that I could be as disciplined as I am when it comes to certain things, definitely like cooking or, you know, getting tasks done, definitely when it comes to work and things like that. I always knew I was a disciplined person. I knew I can, you know, put my head down and get stuff done. But I know a lot of times during this year, I had a lot of moments where I came home and, you know, I was tapped. I didn't feel like cooking. I didn't feel like doing anything. I just wanted to, you know, go to sleep, go get me a burger real quick and go to bed. But it was like I still pushed myself to get up, cook dinner, you know, prep myself some lunch for the next day. I've been getting up every morning and still just reading and stuff. So I'm proud of that. What else did I learn about myself this year? I learned I just like to connect with people, like in all ways, shapes, and forms, you know, like I love connecting with my students. I love connecting with staff. You know, I love that I'm able to take the high road and apologize for mistakes that I make or for false information I may have given out. And, you know, I'm proud of myself for being able to find information out and help people out. I'm proud of myself for being able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Just be creative in so many ways. Definitely with like starting Enough Said again, and just creating flyers and pushing myself. I stayed off of social media for almost about 6 or 7 months, and that was something I thought I couldn't do at all. Like, it was so urgent for me just to want to pop in and see people or whatever's going on social media. But I was proud of myself for being able to stay away and actually telling myself that I don't have to be on social media to be considered alive. Like, I can still be alive without being indulged in all this other stuff that people are indulged in. And I think one thing that really resonated with me as well was I was out the loop for a lot of stuff. Like, I started to realize a lot of things I don't care about. Like, I don't care about sports like I thought I did. I'm not really too into the news. I knew I was never into the news, but as stuff got crazier and crazier, it was easier. I found it easier for me to say, I'm not about to worry about what's going on in the world. I'm going to worry about what I can control, and that's all I'm going to focus on, And I think that right there really helped me get through this year big time, for just focusing on what I can focus on, controlling only what I can control. If I can control it, I have to let it go, because, I can only control my thoughts, actions, and reactions. And if it's outside of that realm, then there's nothing I can do about it. So, that was a few things that I learned about myself this year. But what about you? What did you learn about yourself this year that you didn't know before? That right there is the first question. So for the second question, which moments stretched you most, and how did they change the way you showed up in the world? So one thing that really stretched me the most this year was just all the random things happening, like the emergencies that happened, whether that was Jess going to the hospital, me going to the hospital, my coworker, family having to go to the hospital and being out for a while, and I had to step up and just play roles that I never thought I would have to play. Like when Jess was in the hospital, I had to go get food, and I had to be there and actually be the calm-headed person that's going to ask the correct questions so we can get the information we need, compared to just being the person that just sits back and say, I'm just going to let whatever happens because it's out of my control. I learned to really speak up for others, speak it up for myself, and just share knowledge to the world. One thing that what's the question? Which most stretched you? So one thing that really stretched me the most, was just the random things that happened in life that I had to, drop what I was doing to go to the hospital to, cover somebody's shifts. There was a lot of times where I was going back and forth to my multiple schools, picking up other people's work, trying to figure out field trips and stuff like that. And, it stretched me a lot. Like, it was points where I had anxiety. Like, every night when I came home and went to bed, I was tapped because it was a long, long day. But at the same time, I was always proud of myself for continuing to show up, for continuing to push myself, for pushing back things I didn't need and only focus on the important stuff. So that was something that really stretched me and showed me that I'm a lot stronger and I'm a lot wiser than I actually give myself credit for. And, I have a lot more skills that people truly do appreciate, So that was my answer for number 2. But what's your answer for number 2? For question number 2, again, is which moments stretch you the most, and how did they change the way you showed up to the world? And I think, the way I showed up to the world, I think I showed up to the world with a bigger heart, with the mindset that I never know what anybody is going through, whether that's my coworkers, somebody who always has a smile on their face, somebody always cracking jokes, whoever it is, that's one thing that made me show up and made me just be more personal with a lot of people, and stop just hiding who I was and really just, actually have heart-to-heart conversations, even though deep conversations, So yes. Question number 3. What did you have to let go this year, and what did it make you, and what did making that choice cost or give you? So what did you have to let go, and then what did making that choice cost you or did it give you? So one thing I had to let go this year was flag football. That was actually a hard choice for me because I love flag football. I love getting out there with the kids. I love being able to get up in the morning, go work out. Even though I was working, I was running up and down the field, and it was a good sweat. And I felt like it kept me in shape, and it's kept me young. And, it was always good just to do what I love and share my knowledge. But I really had to let it go because I know I talked about this in earlier episodes, but it was just like the management and the new coworkers they were assigning me to. It just sucks when you work somewhere where people aren't for the kids. They aren't actually there for what they say they're there for. They're just there for the money, and it sucks when people just are only there for the money. And that right there really blew my mind. And at some point I had to leave because it's I can't be a part of this organization that's out here cheating people out their money, not caring for what these kids are doing, what these parents are doing, or anything like that. So that was something I had to let it go. But it gave me a lot of my time back, it gave me my weekends back. So now I have Saturday and Sunday again. And then it opened the door up for me as well to be able to serve in different ways. So I was able to get back with my Enough Said nonprofit and help out with that on that side. And then it's funny because I thought that me walking away, I was going to lose money. But then ironically, a few weeks after I walked away, I picked up a new bar for trivia. And one thing that taught me is the saying they always say, when you close one door, another door will open. And I think that's really what happened with me walking away with flag football. You can ask my cousins, you can ask my girl. I was sad when I did that. I did not want to walk away. I was so upset. But at the end of the day, I know that I'm better than the way they were treating me. And I had to walk away, not out of pride, but low-key out of pride. I had to walk away knowing that I'm bigger than what this place is. And opportunities came to show me that I am bigger than what it is. Definitely with the stuff I do at the schools, the counselors and stuff, they give me so much praise and they give me so much love, and the teachers and people appreciate me so much. And it's that's how I know this is where I'm supposed to be, because I'm getting the appreciation that I actually desire, that I deserve, that I wasn't even thinking that I should get, but I get it. Compared to flag football, they try to give you all the clout and stuff, but the second you do one thing wrong, you're a burden to the existence. And it was yeah, I don't need to be around this. If I mess up, don't kick me while I'm down. Help me out. You're supposed to be on my team, and you're not fighting for me, you're fighting against me. That's not the type of boss I need to be a part of. So yeah, that was one thing I had to walk away from, was reffing flag football. And it hurt when it happened, but at the end of the day, I feel I came back on top. I feel I have my peace, and the money opportunity came back and kind of refulfilled itself. So that worked out for sure. But yeah, so my question number 3 for you guys: what did you have to let go this year, and what did making that choice give or cost you? All right, question number 4: when did you feel the most aligned with who you truly are, and what were you doing differently in those moments? So for me, when I felt the most aligned for who I was when I was doing a lot of these field trips, the senior presentations, the stuff for the summer program, even the things where I was going over and beyond, for the seniors that graduated in May. I did a senior presentation for them, which was something I did not have to do. My boss was give them some food, call out early outreach, let them talk about college, and then send them on their way. But I was nah, I want to give something better. I want to give something deeper. I want to give something that's going to really stick with these kids. So I created my own presentation about the power of the mind and the things that I wish I would have knew before I walked out of high school. And for a lot of students for some students it resonated, for some students it didn't. Some students didn't care at all. But it felt good, because after that presentation, 2 things happened. One, a lot of students came up to me and, thanked me for the presentation and had other questions they want to follow up on, and just had more deep conversation about life. And then 2, I feel like it led to students it led students to sending other students to me because they know that this guy is really here to help them out. You know, Mr. AJ is truly here to help you out. He's not just here to get his numbers up or force you to go to college. He wants you to be the best you can be, you know. And that really resonated with me this year for sure, because this year I haven't had to do a lot of outreaching. Definitely for both my schools, a lot of these students have been coming to me naturally. Like, I don't know how they find me, how they hear about me. They be like, my friend sent me, my cousin, my brother, my sister, a teacher, a counselor, whoever it is. But it feels so good to know that when I walk into those doors, I'm actually appreciated, and the work that I'm doing is actually being an impact for others. And I kind of feel like definitely after field trips or presentations, or, you know, just giving out gifts or prizes or whatever it is, there's times where I drive home and I'm just smiling, and I just feel like, man, I was tired. It was a long field trip, you know, kid threw up and all this, that, and the third. But you know what? It was a great effing day. I really enjoyed this day, you know, and I'm so glad I had this opportunity to continue to serve these kids. Like, when the whole government scare was happening, I thought I was gonna lose my job. The main thing that hurt me was the idea that I can't service the kids, you know. Like, even right now, I have a partially torn Achilles. I'm not gonna say it's fully torn, it's partially torn. But right now, I have this feeling of like, I just want to get back into schools, yo. Like, I don't want to be out. I don't want surgery. I don't want to have to be out for a month or anything. I want to get back to these schools. You know, I owe my seniors a field trip. I want to take them on a nice, cool field trip for both schools. And I just want to help, you know. I just want to help out these kids. I don't want to be stuck at the house and not feeling like I let these people down, you know. Like, these students are looking up to me, and I just want to help them out and get them on their way. So that's one thing that really resonated with me with that question number 4. When did you feel most aligned with who you truly are, and what were you doing differently in those moments? And I think, you know, what I was doing differently in those moments was I was just showing up, and I was doing whatever I had to do at the time, you know. Like, a lot of times definitely an older job, so I used to work in the back office a lot. I used to do a lot of texting and stuff because I'm just sitting there pushing paperwork, you know, sending a text message gonna hurt nothing. But now it's like, when I get to work now, I put my phone down. You know, I don't answer no phone calls that are on my personal phone. Anything on my personal phone can wait. It is strictly business, and it's all about servicing these kids and giving them the undivided attention that they deserve, you know, because they deserve just as much love as we do. So that's one thing I think I really did differently. I put down the distractions, and when I got to work, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't stressing about life. I wasn't stressing about anything else. You know, I let go of what I could control and just focus on what I really could control. So that's something that really resonates with me. But for you, question number 4, when did you feel most aligned with what you truly are doing, and what were you doing differently in those moments? So go ahead and answer that question for yourself. Last but not least, question number 5. If this year were a chapter in your life story, what would you title it, and why? So I think that right there is a beautiful question, a great way to sum up what we talked about today. And I kind of feel like the title in this chapter for my life would be, I think I would title this chapter, The Sun's Coming Up. Like, sorry, my throat's dry for talking too much. But I would say the sun's coming up because it was a lot of craziness going on. You know, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of things went down. You know, we had a lot of health problems, money issues, family issues, you know, presidential drama, political, job issues. I had issues all over the place. But at the end of the day, I made it through. So I'm going to change my title. I don't want to call it The Sun's Coming Up. I'm going to call it Smile in the Fire. Because at the end of the day, even though things seemed like they were burning down, everything, all hell was breaking loose, I still showed up every single day. I kept a smile on the face the best I could. Like, just recently, like I said, I tore my Achilles. I could have got up and flipped the script and been mad and tried to sue my job. But you know what? I laughed. I got up. I got to the hospital. I'm trying to crack as much jokes as possible. And anytime somebody brings it up, I just kind of just throw a smile on my face and like, man, it happens, Brad, And it's like, on the inside, I may be tired. I may be sad. I may be upset. But at the end of the day, I'm going to show that smile because I'm just happy to be alive, And I'm just happy to continue to be on this journey, to continue to be able to keep swimming. Even though I'm missing a leg right now, I can still use my arms, my other leg. Like, I really been out here just doing what I got to do. And I'm proud of myself for continuing to keep fighting, to continue to keep moving forward, and just to keep pushing, just keep pushing no matter what. So yeah, I think that's my episode. That's going to be my title for my chapter is Smiling in the Fire. But, what's the answer for you though? Like, if this was a chapter in a book, if this year was a chapter that's about to close, what would you title this chapter and why? And I think, we all can come up with a different title for sure. What's your title's your title. All these questions that I gave out today, again, that's just for you to reflect, because I think it's so important for us to look back on the year, to see how far we came, to see what we made it through, to know how strong we actually are, and to know that we can keep going, and that even though this year was scary, we made it through. So even if next year is scary, we know we can still make it through. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep swimming. We're going to keep going forward, and we're not going to give up until God calls us home, So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that helped you guys out today. I pray everybody takes some time over the next week to just reflect, to go over whatever happened this year, the good, the bad, the ugly, the proud, the cheers, the boos, whatever it is that happened this year. Let's reflect on it. And, let's let go what we need to let go and leave in this year. And let's take with us what we need to take with us into 2026. And let's just get ready for another great opportunity, another great year, another great time in life. Like, we have no idea what tomorrow is going to bring, but I'm going to face it with a smile, with the best I can. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that resonated with you guys today. I hope that helped. If you want to share your answers with us, you're always welcome to share your answers. You already know you can reach out to us everywhere, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, email, Gmail, whatever. You can reach out to us. But with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great 2025, the year ending strong for you. I hope you got to enjoy time with the family, whatever holiday you celebrated. I hope your spirits are high, your hearts are receptive, and we're ready to just walk into this brand new year with our heads held up high, a smile on our face, knowing that we're always walking with grace. Bars. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, a marvelous afternoon, a splendid evening, and remember to just keep swimming.